Hey guys, how's it going? Azra Collections here, and today we're looking at another action figure review. This is the Mezco 112 Collective Supreme Knight Batman. Alright, so let's kick things off with having a closer look at Batman. His face looks so much older, like so much something there. So much more, I guess, grim, more grim, darker. Just older, he looks tired, worn. Like there's a lot of emotions going on in his face, which is pretty cool. Yeah, the big chest symbol kind of reminds me of the Dark Knight Rises. That's probably what they're going for, the bigger, more bulkier, bruising kind of Batman as well, because the body stature does look a little bit bigger. We can compare him to the other Batmans later. He's got more armor going on, definitely. So the shoulder pads there. Yeah, that's adding a little bit of armor to his body. The mesh looks pretty cool. The gauntlets look very heavy duty, and the belt is massive. It's covering a lot of his abdomen area, and there's like it looks like he's got like an armored piece on his bodysuit as well. Yeah, so this is like a rubber print overlay on the suit. But yeah, there's just a lot of details. You got rivets there. Just a lot of details going on. The thighs look pretty not as protected as I'd expected, but yeah, there's still a lot of protection on the sides here. So that's a lot of armor going on there. I'll just get the hand out of the way. A lot of armor here. The bat buns. The knees look very protected. And yeah, the boots are heavy duty. Kind of reminds me of the exo suit that Batman had in Arkham Origins in the Mr. Freeze DLC mission. Overall, this Batman kind of reminds me of Dark Knight Rises. That's probably what they were going for. Alright, so let's get into some of the articulation for Batman. So let's start with the head. The head does not go up and down that much for me. I'm not sure if it's just for me, but yeah, that's really difficult for me to move without the neck because it's on a magnet. It's difficult for me to get anything out of it. The head can turn around pretty easy. There's not much pivoting, which is pretty bad. Let's just get rid of. Should we get it? Yeah, we'll keep it on. The shoulders can go up that high, which is pretty cool. There's a bicep swivel, but obviously the suit does hinder it a little bit, and there is a double joint in the elbow that goes up that much, so the gauntlets do get in the way. So yeah, the neck is magnetic, so you can maybe get it to do stuff, but it's not articulated, it's just magnetic, so you know that's how it works. The arms can go forward that much with the suit bunching a little bit, so I'm a little bit worried there, so I don't want to go any further than that. And it can go back that much, which is pretty good. The torso can crunch forward that much, but it's wrinkly and unsightly, so you don't want to do that too much. It can go back that much. Yeah, there's a little bit of pivot going on. There's a chest articulation here right under the chest, and there's one more at the waist, so you can get some twisting with the waist, but then yeah, the fabric stretches a little bit, so I'm a little bit worried there. With the legs, you can Jean-Claude Van Damme, so that's pretty cool. He can kick up that much, and there's no resistance to it, so it's pretty fluid, pretty smooth. It doesn't go back because of the sculpted bum. Double joint in the knees, which is pretty cool. There is a thigh cut, which is pretty cool as well. Boot cut, yeah, a little bit. Glove cut, yes. Boot cut, a little bit. Ankles are, wow, ankles are not that good. So yeah, ankles can do a little bit, but won't help that much in posing. The boots are too big, and it does get in the way. Alright, so let's start looking into Batman's accessories, and he does come with two capes. The first cape is the one that we had on the body, but not the one that comes in the packaging. He does come with like just a soft goods cape without the wires in the packaging. But yeah, you also get like a secondary cape that you can swap out pretty easily. I'll show you how we swap him out, swap the capes out. So there's a magnet attached to his neck and his body, so it's a strong magnet, so it's pretty clicky, very powerful. So yeah, that they've done that really well. I really dig it so far. So all you have to do is basically get the cape out, or get the head and the body separated. put whichever cape you like on, and then it just clicks back into place. So Batman does come with two additional heads in the packaging. So on the right here, we've got the kind of grinning head. The only complaint I have about this head is the mouth is sitting like a little too low. Like he's got like a very huge gap between his nose and his mouth. That's a little bit weird. Sorry about the focus, but yeah, it's a pretty decent head though. Like there's a good amount of detail, good amount of sculpting going on, and yeah, the armor piece looks pretty consistent and looks pretty neat, and the scowl looks pretty cool as well. So that's a pretty good head. And next up, we've got the unmasked head. Yeah, he's got like an army kind of hair going on, but there's a lot of grays in there. He looks a little bit chubbier, not chubbier. You know how when men grow older, they grow like more round and more bulky. So that's what his head looks like as well. There's a lot of good detail in the painting. The eyes look pretty cool. Yeah, it doesn't look too Bruce Wayne like to me. I don't know why. It's probably the hair. Like Bruce Wayne has a little bit different hair. I don't know. Well, that's what I think at least, or my version of Bruce Wayne does have a little bit different hair. But yeah, overall the details are there. Not much shading, but the hair is shaded well. Not much shading on the skin tones, but yeah, it's done well. So along with the heads, we get a karambit. That's what it's called on the packaging. So we get a karambit that is articulated, which is pretty cool. So yeah, you can fit Batman's hand in there, and then he can go to town on the bad guys, which is pretty cool and a little bit flimsy. A little bit flimsy, yeah. So it's cool, but I've never seen Batman use something like that. So I mean, it's pretty cool. He also comes with a huge batarang, but yeah, maybe it's remote controlled or something, but it just looks huge, very unsightly. Doesn't even, it looks very, it looks like they're trying to go for like a modern look, but then why would Batman have so much details on something that he throws around? I don't know. And we get a case of 10 batarangs, which look like they're like pretty damaged, scuffed, they got scratches around. So that's more practical, I think. He has that bat theme going on still, and these look like they're more, ready to be thrown around rather than having it decorated. And then yeah, so that doesn't make sense to me, but this does, so that's pretty cool. And kind of like in Dark Knight Rises fashion, Returns fashion, he's got the triple batarangs, which he can hold in his hand, or yeah, throw them in unison or something. But yeah, that's pretty cool. So Batman comes with a whole bunch of hands. He comes with 5 right hands and 4 left hands. So these are all additional hands apart from the 2 fist hands that come in the packaging. So let's have a quick look at what the hands look like. So he's got 2 kind of, I think they're kind of separated. The the pointing fingers are a little bit separated. So it looks like they're kind of like batarang holding hands. Yeah, there's so much detail in there, which is pretty cool. They've all got the knuckles, which is pretty cool. He comes with 2 semi-open hands for grabbing onto stuff, which is also pretty cool. They're all painted like very, very well, very detailed, and all the details are very consistent. He comes with 2 semi-open hands as well. So these are more gesturing kind of hands. He also comes with a hand for, I think this is the grappling gun hand, and the other hand is just a little bit relaxed, so that's pretty cool. Oh crap, yeah, that's pretty cool. And the last one is for his bigger shotgun kind of, I'm not sure what gun it is, like the bigger gun. So yeah, that's pretty cool. So in addition to all the hands and the heads and the batarangs, Batman also comes with a grappling gun, which is well detailed, colored well, but just really weird colors, at least for my taste. I'm not really feeling the colors, but it's a very well done piece, very detailed, lots of intricate details in there. And there's a hole on top here, and that hole can interact with the 3 grappling hook bits. So there's one that's closed, ready to be fired. There's one with a string attached, which I'm not going to remove because they're really hard to pack back in. And there's one that's open. So yeah, lots of detailed grappling hooks and accessories for the grappling gun. And he also comes with this cannon, I think that's what the box called it, this Equalizer cannon, which is big, looks like a gun, looks like a shotgun, and has the gold details going on. It's very detailed, but not something that I see Batman using, so I'm a little bit, I guess, unhappy. Not unhappy. It's really well done. It's just not like, it doesn't fit Batman's motifs, so that's why I'm a little bit irked about it. But yeah, it's really well done. I mean, the details are definitely there. So last but not least, Batman also comes with a Mezco bag that you can put all his accessories in, which I'll not be using. I usually leave the accessories in the box and just have the figure displayed. He also comes with a stand that pegs into the base, and he comes with a very reflective base, which is, it's very well done, pretty cool. You can see my setup a little bit there. Yeah, the big bat symbol definitely reminds me of Dark Knight Rises. It's an absolute fingerprint magnet as well. Good to know, and very reflective, so yeah. So now on to my favorite part of the review, height comparisons, and this is such a great sight to see. So this is Mezco's Batman Trilogy. First up, we've got the Ascending Knight Batman, very cool looking Batman. The gauntlets are a little bit smaller, smaller like bat, I don't know, pokey things that come out of his gauntlets. So the bat fins, I think that's what we call them. And the suit looks a little bit less refined, like more raw, like it was homemade. The boots still have lace ups. The knee pads are definitely not there. Here you can see the knee pads are more visible in the Sovereign Knight. The gauntlets and the boots have gotten more techier, and the cowl looks more tech as well. This one here has the first appearance Batman cowl. So yeah, that's kind of why. Yeah, and the bat symbol is a little bit smaller here as well, and it's getting bigger and bigger. So at the end here, this guy is obviously a lot more bigger. He looks more older. There's a little bit of oldening, like age kind of features going on in his face, which is pretty cool. The bat symbol is a lot bigger. The tech on this guy has improved as well, in terms of the neck having magnets and all of that. So that's pretty cool. And there's a lot of suit kind of details that add padding and armor to Batman. So obviously he's getting older, so he needs more protection, and the knee pads have gotten so much bigger. The boots are much more techier and heavier, heavy duty. So are the gauntlets. So yeah, it's kind of like a evolution of Batman as Mezco has seen it. So that's pretty cool. And I've given these two like custom briefs. This guy, I'll not leave him just like that. I'll probably give him briefs as well and then complete the trilogy. But yeah, so that's the Batman trilogy, and I think they look really cool. Something that I just noticed, these bodies all look the same, like the torso part, but the legs are definitely different, especially on this, because they're a lot more bulkier. But everything else looks, I think, shared in terms of the proportions. They look very similar except for the legs. So the legs are definitely bulkier on this guy, and the belt has some kind of transition going on, but it doesn't really make sense, because Ascending Knight has a very big belt that's gold here, and then Sovereign Knight has a smaller belt, but it's less gold with some black accents to it, and Sovereign Knight has a black belt that's bulkier, so it doesn't really make sense there. The belt does, and the rest of the clothing does. The knee pads definitely do. Less padding, more padding, and then the most padding, and the boots have obviously gone through like a phase as well. So next up, we've got the Supreme Knight Batman going up against the custom DKR Superman that I've customized here. And this is the figure that I'm hoping to do a custom tutorial on next. So guys, stay tuned to my channel. Hopefully I'll bring that out in the next couple of weeks. So it does take a little bit of time preparing for all the measurements and the templates, but I'm trying to work on that now. So yeah, this was based on a gladiator body. So it's a Marvel Legends base, and the head is from Action Figure Customs on eBay. So yeah, I think they compare pretty good together, but Superman does have like a really bulking kind of stature. So Batman kind of looks a little bit scrawny compared to this guy, even though he's like a big bulking Batman. So next up, we've got a couple of Batman that inspired our Batman here. So we've got the Mattel blue and gray Dark Knight Returns Batman, obviously with a custom cape, and also the armored Dark Knight Returns Batman with also a custom cape. So next up, time for a little bit of shameless plugging. So on the left here, we've got the Nightmare Batman that we customized in a previous video. So if you want to do something similar, go check it out in that video. So I basically teach you how to make the pants, and I've given you like templates on how to make that as well. And on the right here, we've got the red hood custom that I made as well. So the jacket is from Wolverine. This shirt is custom printed, and the pants I sewed them myself, and I still need to paint the boots. So yeah. So next up we've got the DC Collectibles Arkham Origin 7-inch scale Deathstroke on the left and the Mezco Deathstroke on the right. So the DC Collectibles Deathstroke is a little bit taller because he's a different kind of scale, but I think still they kind of do work together. So this is Supreme Knight Batman compared to the White Knight Batman and DC Comics 1000 Batman from McFarlane Toys. So next up on the left here we've got the Mafex Armored Batman from Batman vs Superman, and on the right here we've got the Tactical Suit Batman, which is a knockoff figure from AliExpress for Justice League. So next up on the left here we've got the Kyle Rayner Green Lantern from Mattel, and on the right we've got Carrie Kelly Robin from Mattel. So next we've got the DC Films, DC Collectibles premium format figures. We've got the Superman Man of Steel, or I think Batman vs Superman figure here on the left, and the Armored Batman from the same company on the right. So next up we've got Batman in a crossover with some Marvel figures. On the extreme left here we've got the Mark 85 Iron Man action figure from Marvel Legends for the Avengers Endgame movie. Right next to him we've got Captain America. So this is the worthy Captain America figure from Marvel Legends as well for the same movie. And on the right we've got the Infinity War Thor, which is heavily customized. I did the custom cape when I was starting off, so it's not the best cape, but you know, still wired, and it's got the two tones, so black inside and red outside. So next up we've got some female representation. We've got the McFarlane Way Too Tall Wonder Woman movie Wonder Woman on the extreme left. She's a 7-inch figure, but even tall for 7-inch figures, so it's way too tall, and she's got the pool noodle legs, which I don't like at all. Next to her we've got the Scarlett Johansson Black Widow from Infinity War from Marvel Legends, and yeah, she's a little bit tiny, but I think in terms of scale that works pretty well. We've got the Mezco Gal Gadot Wonder Woman from BVS, and she looks absolutely perfect, height wise, as well as just the figure is a really good figure as well. And on the right there, we've got the Wonder Woman DC Icons figure. Her head does look a little bit smooshed, but yeah, she's a very good figure, very comparable in terms of scale as well. And for all the WWE fans out there, we've got the Ultimate Edition Brock Lesnar on the left, and the I don't know, Deadman Inc. Undertaker on the right, with a custom vest which looks horrible. And now for a vehicle comparison, here we have the McFarlane Bat Raptor next to the Supreme Knight Batman. And I totally was thinking that I was going to review this vehicle here, but then I got it, and then I just sat on it for a while, and it's probably too late, so I'm not going to review him, so I just wanted him in this video. So in conclusion, I think that Supreme Knight Batman is a very good figure with a lot of welcomed additions, especially the switchable capes and the wired cape as well. The magnetic head, the magnetic shoulder piece does wonders for this figure, and I absolutely love some of the articulation. The ankles are still very weak, not the best articulation there. So it is a really good figure. The head articulation is a little bit lacking. So if you're going for this figure in terms of articulation, then it's probably not there. There's a lot of tech details that probably didn't need to be there. The accessories aren't the best, and there are some flaws with, you know, just how the accessories are shaped. There's a gun like Equalizer that Batman would never carry, I would think. I mean, I understand that in the Dark Knight Returns graphic novel, he does use guns as well, but I still think this is a really good figure. It completes the trilogy as well, and it's a really well done figure. The suit is very tough, durable, very good looking. The Batman is very bulky, the presence and the heft is absolutely there. The face looks like it's evolved throughout the three generational Batman figures, and it's just a really well done figure. So the articulation is a bit lacking, but if you get this figure, I think that you will enjoy him. And if you have the chance, if you get him for a good price, even if it's retail price, I would say definitely go for him. So there you have it, guys. That's my review of this Batman action figure. I just wanted to, before I sign off, show you that you can put the grapnel gun on his back. So I hope you enjoyed this review. I'm hoping to bring you in the next video, customization tutorial of the Dark Knight Returns Superman. So I'll see you then.